The Other Side is brought to you by Truman Insurance. Community-driven, always honest, always reliable, always there. Welcome to Third and Long. You'll notice Dave Dickinson isn't here. Corey Mace is. What was the story? Did he sleep in? What?
He just said he wanted, there was demand for better looking people, so I was the first person he thought of, which naturally, so appreciate that, Dave.
Yeah, okay, there we go. I want to talk to you, first of all, as we go into this week and you're playing Hamilton at home. A wild game the last time you guys played, and you lost in a game that we both agree you guys should have won, but it was weird because you saw all these special team mishaps that you don't usually see. So I would imagine there's a little revenge on the line as far as the Stamps go.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Playing out in Hamilton, it's a tough crowd. They are a well-coached team. They got great players there, some former Stampeders as well. But they did their job. I mean, we got to be better at the end of the day. Special teams, defense, and offense. I mean, there was plays we left out there, and we made some, of course, but we didn't come out with the victory. So, we definitely understand, of course, whenever you play an opponent again for the second time, you revisit it because you watch so much film of them. So the guys are itching already. We had day one of practice. It was a good practice. They're chomping at the bit, to get the game day, but it's a process, to make sure we're doing all the right things.
So you mentioned it's a tough place to play. So what do you call 32 Hamilton Ticats fans in a circle?
I feel like that's a trap. I don't know what.
A full set of teeth.
Yeah, anything from Hamilton. Brett Monson, our D coordinator, he can't let him live on that.
Yeah. Josh, I want to talk to you about the Hamilton Ticats because you lost to them in a game that Stamps should have won, maybe. But let's look at their weapons and matching up against your secondary, because that's a pretty good matchup because they've really got some nice weapons down there. Banks and company are explosive.
Yes. Now we love that. The tougher the task, I think the more we kind of get up. Mm-hmm. We like to play against good competition, and when you play against the Hamilton Ticats, you don't just play against, you play against those 5 receivers, and you got a couple of those guys: Jones, Banks, Addison, Tasker, all the way across the board. Those guys can run. Now you put on the film, they are flying, they are hitting the waggle, they're utilizing it, they're dangerous. They could put up 50 points on every team if you lay down, they will run over you. It's a great challenge, and I think we love relishing in that moment.
What's the key for a victory for you guys as far as the secondary goes?
Just kind of doing our part, really.
Yeah.
Just doing our part, being on the same page, communicating, and then really not just covering those 5 receivers with 6 guys, but we try our best to kind of cover them with 12. If the D-line is doing their part to be on the quarterback, we're in the right positions in the back end, the linebackers in the right spot. Just being that true team and that true defense and just holding up our part, and the rest of the guys to show up too.